Imagine a world where an entire civilization's language had been lost to time, where temples, monuments, and scrolls held secrets no one could understand. That was the reality before the discovery of the Rosetta Stone, a single artifact that changed history forever. The Rosetta Stone, a linguistic Swiss Army knife, if you will, but with significantly less risk of cutting oneself.
Knives are sharp, words are not.
Unless you're my ex. Her words? Sharper than obsidian. And here we go. Let's get back to 1799, discovery of the stone. It was 1799. Napoleon's army was in Egypt, not only fighting battles, but also seeking to uncover the country's hidden knowledge. Soldiers were digging near the town of Rosetta, modern-day Rashid, fortifying their positions when a shovel struck something solid. Ooh, let me guess. A cursed tomb? A mummy with unfinished business? Close, but no. It was a stone slab with inscriptions in 3 different languages: Greek, Demotic, and Egyptian hieroglyphs.
3 is more than 1.
Yes, it is, Jordan. Yes, it is. That's what made it so valuable. By comparing the known Greek text with the others, scholars realized they could finally crack the code of the hieroglyphs. Okay, but what if the Greek's part was some guy's grocery list? 2 loaves of bread, 1 bottle of wine, a nice fish dinner? An amusing thought, but no. This was an official decree from Pharaoh Ptolemy V, and this discovery kicked off a race to decode the ancient script. Lieutenant Pierre-Francois Bouchard, an officer with an interest in antiquities, stepped forward. The object was a dark stone slab, approximately 4 feet tall, covered in inscriptions. 3 distinct scripts covered its surface: Greek, Demotic, and an unfamiliar script that would later be confirmed as Egyptian hieroglyphs. Bouchard knew immediately they had found something significant. He ordered the stone to be transported to Cairo, where scholars began their study. Word spread quickly. The stone could hold the key to unlocking the mysteries of ancient Egypt. For centuries, Egyptian hieroglyphs had remained an enigma. The ability to read the inscriptions on temples and tombs had been lost to antiquity. Without a way to interpret them, the knowledge contained within was inaccessible. The Greek inscription on the Rosetta Stone provided the first clue. Scholars recognized it as a decree. In 196 BCE, during the reign of Pharaoh Ptolemy V, they reasoned that the other 2 scripts must contain the same text, making it a potential translation key. The British, after defeating the French in Egypt, seized the Rosetta Stone in 1801 and transported it to England. By 1802, it was on display at the British Museum, where it remains to this day. Scholars across Europe took on the challenge of deciphering the stone. In 1814, English scientist Thomas Young made an important breakthrough. He identified that some of the hieroglyphs contained phonetic elements, particularly those within cartouches, oval shapes surrounding royal names. But Young's work, though promising, was incomplete. Then came Jean-François Champollion, a brilliant French linguist with a lifelong obsession with Egypt. In 1822, after years of meticulous study, he made the breakthrough that would change everything.
If you take something, it is yours now.
Not exactly, Jordan. There's actually been a lot of debate over whether this stone should be returned to Egypt. Museum drama. I love it. Nothing like a good old-fashioned artifact custody battle. Champollion realized that hieroglyphs weren't just pictures, but also had phonetic elements. He literally cracked the code of a dead language. His reaction? A victorious shout of, "I've done it," followed immediately by fainting from excitement. A true scholar's way of celebrating. Classic. The man solved one of history's greatest mysteries and then just face-planted.
If you fall down, you must get up again.
Thanks for that wisdom, Jordan. Champollion realized that hieroglyphs were not just pictorial symbols. They also represented sounds. By comparing them with the Greek text, he identified that some of the hieroglyphs correspond to phonetic sounds in the Egyptian language. He presented his findings to the world. The lost language of the pharaohs had been rediscovered. This breakthrough allowed scholars to read countless inscriptions, unlocking vast amounts of information about ancient Egypt, history, religion, and daily life. The civilization that had once spoken through silent stone could now tell its own story. Before its importance was realized, the Rosetta Stone was once used as a wall in a military fort. Had it not been noticed, it might have remained hidden indefinitely. The stone has survived wars, including the bombings of World War II, when it was briefly moved underground for protection. Napoleon's discovery didn't just unlock the ancient Egyptian writing, it helped scholars understand other lost languages, including those of Mesopotamia. The principles behind the Rosetta Stone, decoding, translation, and preserving culture, are more relevant today than ever. In a world driven by artificial intelligence and machine learning, the challenge of language translation has taken on new dimensions. Just as scholars once struggled to decode ancient Egyptian, modern-day linguists and programmers work to bridge communication gaps between cultures through technology. AI-driven translation tools such as Google Translate rely on massive datasets and linguistic patterns to decipher meaning, much like Napoleon and his predecessors did with the Rosetta Stone. Additionally, the stone's discovery underscores the ongoing debate of cultural heritage and artifact repatriation. As calls grow for museums to return artifacts to their countries of origin, the Rosetta Stone remains at the center of this debate, symbolizing larger questions about colonialism, ownership, and historical justice. Ooh, more drama. Are we talking lawsuits? Secret black market deals? A reality show? Not quite. Egypt has requested the stone's return for decades, but the British Museum has refused, arguing that it belongs to all of humanity.
If I borrow something forever, is it still borrowing?
That's not how it works, Jordan. Yeah, that logic would make a lot of car dealerships very unhappy. In education, the Rosetta Stone story continues to inspire scholars and students alike, reminding us that knowledge once lost can be reclaimed with perseverance. It highlights the importance of preserving languages at the risk of extinction. Today, thousands of languages face the threat of disappearing forever, making linguistic documentation and preservation efforts crucial for future generations. It also raises important questions about cultural heritage and repatriation.
That is a big word.
It means returning historical artifacts to their home countries.
That is still a big word.
Think of it this way. If someone took you off the wall and put you in a museum, say in Finland, wouldn't you want to come home?
I do not think. I am a mask.
And yet, somehow, you still make more sense than him sometimes. Ignoring that. Anyway, many languages today are at the risk of disappearing, just like hieroglyphs nearly did. If only they had their own Rosetta Stone, a way to preserve and decode their history before it's lost, forever. Wow, that was actually deep. I might cry. Do aliens cry? On the inside. The Rosetta Stone was a bridge between worlds, ancient and modern, lost and found. It did not just unlock a language, it unlocked a civilization. And today it continues to spark debate, inspire scholars, and remind us that history is never truly lost, just waiting to be uncovered.
If something is lost, you must find it.
That's actually profound, Jordan.
I do not know what that means.
Never change, buddy. Never change. And on that note, thanks for joining us on this journey through history. We'll see you next time.